These mandamanos, the people who actually participated, they went out for multiple reasons, multiple expectations, and you would not say that the Gen Z are homogeneous. So it seems everybody had a different reason as to why they're going to the streets, and which is the case for most of the protests or mandamanos. There are a number of Gen Z who would be going to the streets because of their economic situation in life. Maybe they've just completed school, they've got a bachelor's degree, they've been wanting a job, but there's no job in sight. So they've got issues with the administration, they want to go to the streets. Or maybe there's somebody who's been running a kiosk, or maybe there's even somebody who has just undergone a divorce. You know, people have got so many reasons as to why they want to go to the streets. So they go to the streets with different reasons. But in my view, saying that the mandamanos had no impact is probably missing the point. Because the impact was huge. Maybe what they should have said is, the mandamanos did not have the impact they were looking for. Like, for instance, you need a lot of gas. I mean, the tear gas over here, so you are even struggling on air. That means that there was an impact. Right. For me, getting from here to my home, which normally takes about 45 minutes, I used about 3 hours. So there was a huge impact. But when you look at these mandamanos, if you want to identify the core issue, in my view, it's number one, economic reasons. Because majority of the mandamanos all over the world are first caused by economic reasons, maybe inflation, unemployment, so people don't have jobs. They go to the streets. Maybe the taxation rates are very high. They go to the streets. And all this points towards a political crisis. And there are 3 signs for a political crisis. Majority of these people here, if you speak to them behind the camera or behind the tent, as we say in Kenya, they feel that the elected leaders do not represent their interests and aspirations. That they've got a number of issues. Maybe they're MCAs, they're MPs, that's senators, as well as members of the National Assembly, the governors, the president, and the deputy. They do not understand their issues, and they've tried all manner of public participation, and it has failed. So going to the streets, which is a legitimate expression of their frustration, is to tell the leaders in Kenya that, wait a minute, we have issues that you must pay attention to. Then the second thing is about the leadership we have in Kenya, both elected and unelected, that most of the time they don't keep their words. They will go to a place, as they normally say in political science, there's no need to put up a bridge, but they'll say we're going to put up a bridge. So they don't mean what they say, and they don't say what they mean. I mean, if you look at the majority of the politicians in Kenya, in a space of 6 months, they would be making statements which will shock you. Today, a politician will say for instance, Kalonzo Musyoka, today he will say, I will never ever work with Mr. Raila Odinga. Then the following day, he says, I'm going to work with Raila Odinga. So then people begin to wonder, what the hell is happening in Kenya? And then finally, there are people who have started losing trust in institutions of governance. And you know, we must condemn in the strongest terms possible. And they've indicated that they had planned to have a very peaceful mandamano, and the mandamanos were infiltrated. But I would say that there were some criminal elements who invited themselves to the mandamanos. It's unacceptable in the context of a modern society for anybody to ban an institution of the judiciary. That you are actually going to a law court and you are setting it ablaze. That is unacceptable. Even if you've got grievances to the highest level, you cannot ban a judiciary. And we saw a manifestation of that today. In the law courts today, a gentleman went